Tragic end to search. Bodies of missing couple recovered at Unity Beach. The search for a missing couple who disappeared while swimming at Unity Beach on Sunday has ended in tragedy. Authorities confirmed that the bodies of 20-year-old Liadiza Loida Waldron and her 33-year-old fiancé, Andre Francis, were recovered on Tuesday morning. The discovery follows a 2-day search and rescue operation involving ranks from the Guyana Police Force, the Guyana Defense Force, GDF, Coast Guard, and various private entities. The couple, both residents of Victoria Village, East Coast Demerara, vanished beneath the waves on Sunday afternoon. According to reports, at approximately 2 p.m., the pair was swimming when Ms. Waldron began drifting into deeper waters and called for help. Mr. Francis, a special constable and father of 2, reportedly attempted to rescue his fiancée. Witnesses stated that both were quickly overwhelmed by the Atlantic Ocean's strong currents and disappeared from view. Despite immediate efforts by bystanders to locate them, the pair could not be reached. A joint search mission, coordinated by the Mahika Police Station and the GDF Coast Guard, was launched immediately. Efforts continued through Monday evening, but poor visibility and turbulent waters hampered the recovery process until the bodies were located on Tuesday morning. This latest incident has reignited concerns regarding safety at Unity Beach. The area has been the site of previous tragedies, serving as a grim reminder of the dangers posed by the Atlantic coastline. Notably, 2 years ago, the community mourned the loss of 20-year-old Naveen Seanorth and 17-year-old Daniel Boudram, both residents of Unity Village, who drowned at the same beach while swimming with friends. Police are currently at the scene as investigations continue into the circumstances of the recovery. Firemen fined $150,000 after pleading guilty to traffic offenses in Lethem. A fireman stationed at the Lethem Fire Station has been fined a total of $150,000 after pleading guilty to multiple traffic offenses, including refusal to take a breathalyzer test, unlicensed driving, breach of insurance, and dangerous driving. Thiago Ribeiro, 34, of Tabatinga, Central Rupuni, appeared before His Worship Omadat Chandan at the Lethem Magistrates Court on Monday, June 1, 2026, where all 4 charges were read to him. He pleaded guilty to each count. The offenses were committed on Friday, May 29, 2026, on the Tabatinga Public Road in central Lethem. The charges were laid under the Motor Vehicles and Road Traffic Act, Chapter 51:02, and the Motor Vehicles Insurance, Third-Party Risks, Act, Chapter 51:03. For the charge of refusal to consent to taking a breathalyzer test, Ribeiro was fined $25,000 or, in default, 2 weeks imprisonment. He received identical fines of $25,000 each for driving without a license and for breach of insurance, each carrying the same default sentence of 2 weeks. The most serious penalty was imposed for dangerous driving, for which he was fined $75,000 or, in default, 7 weeks imprisonment. The total fine imposed against the fireman amounted to $150,000. Should he default on payment, he will serve a cumulative 13 weeks imprisonment. Venezuelan national remanded following murder charge in Iwakuma death. A 31-year-old Venezuelan welder has been remanded to prison after being formally charged with the murder of Rodwell Caballo La Cruz. Jose Armando Alcina Cole, a resident of Sheriff Street, Georgetown, appeared via Zoom before Senior Magistrate Clive Nurse at the Mahdia Magistrates Court on Tuesday, June 2, 2026. He faces a murder charge laid contrary to common law. The charge stems from an incident that occurred on Tuesday, March 10, 2026, within the Iwakuma protected area along the Siparuni River in Region 8. The victim, 30-year-old Rodwell La Cruz, was a resident of Warapoka Village in the Northwest District, Region 1. Following the incident, a multi-month investigation led to the arrest of the defendant on Thursday, May 28, 2026. He was officially charged 4 days later. During the court appearance on Tuesday, the indictable charge was read to the defendant. In accordance with legal protocol for capital offences, Cole was not required to enter a plea. Magistrate Nurse denied bail, ordering the defendant to be remanded to prison. The matter has been adjourned until June 26, 2026, when the case is expected to resume. Lethem man fined $80,000, ordered to pay $450,000 compensation after guilty plea to traffic offences. A 44-year-old man of Tabatinga, Central Rupuni, was all smiles for his mugshot but left court in a far less cheerful mood after being ordered to pay $80,000 in fines and $450,000 in compensation for a series of traffic offences committed on a single day. Wayne McLean appeared before Magistrate Omadat Chandan at the Lethem Magistrates Court on Monday, June 1, 2026, where he pleaded guilty to all charges laid against him. The offences were committed on May 24, 2026, on 3rd Street, Lethem. McLean was charged with failing to report an accident, failing to conform to a traffic sign, driving without a license, breach of insurance, and dangerous driving. The court imposed fines totaling $80,000 across the various charges. In default of payment, McLean faces 7 weeks imprisonment. In addition to the fines, the magistrate ordered McLean to pay $450,000 in compensation. Further details on the nature of the accident or the recipient of the compensation were not immediately disclosed. Despite his initial smile for law enforcement officials, McLean's demeanor reportedly soured as the full weight of the court's orders became clear. Finance Minister says efforts underway to assist citizens facing challenges registering for $100,000 cash grant. News source Guyana reports, as concerns continue to grow over difficulties some citizens are experiencing while registering for the government's $100,000 cash grant, Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh has assured that measures are being implemented to assist affected individuals. Open in gallery. Speaking on the ongoing distribution program, Dr. Singh revealed that government teams have been dispatched to several communities to help senior citizens, persons with disabilities, and others who may be struggling with the registration process. According to the Finance Minister, the current phase of the distribution program is primarily focused on applicants with bank accounts, as payments can be processed more efficiently through the banking system. Dr. Singh reported that nearly 400,000 Guyanese have already received the cash grant since the initiative was launched in February. He noted that more than 200,000 additional persons are expected to benefit as registration continues across the country. So far, we have been able to register and pay close to 400,000 persons, which is quite a large number considering the speed with which this has been done, Dr. Singh stated. He added that approximately 390,000 individuals have already been processed, with the vast majority receiving payments directly into their bank accounts. The minister acknowledged that while there were initial challenges with the online registration portal, most of those issues have since been resolved and the system is now functioning smoothly. However, challenges remain for individuals with mobility limitations and residents in remote hinterland communities. To address these concerns, the government has introduced alternative registration arrangements in Regions 1, 7, and 9, where mobile teams are visiting communities to assist residents with registration and payment processing. Dr. Singh also disclosed that the Ministry of Finance is working closely with the Ministry of Human Services to ensure that shut-ins and persons living with disabilities are not left behind. Teams have been deployed to visit homes and assist eligible persons directly. The Finance Minister encouraged citizens to open bank accounts and utilize the online portal whenever possible, describing it as the fastest and easiest way to receive the grant. At the same time, he emphasized that citizens without bank accounts will not be excluded from the program. We continue to urge people to get bank accounts and use the portal to sign up because this is the easiest way to receive the cash grant. However, if you do not have a bank account or choose not to open one, you will not be denied the grant, Dr. Singh assured. He further explained that verification and payment processing will continue in batches as applications are reviewed and approved. Meanwhile, calls continue to grow for a simpler registration process, particularly for elderly citizens and persons with disabilities. Some individuals who have already been registered through home visits are still awaiting payment and have expressed concerns over the lack of information regarding when they can expect to receive their grants. Government officials have indicated that the distribution program remains ongoing and that additional payments will be made as verification procedures are completed. Former boxing champion Howard Eastman sentenced to 4 years in prison for marijuana possession. Former professional boxer Howard "Battersea Bomber" Eastman has been sentenced to 48 months imprisonment after pleading guilty to a drug-related offense before the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court on Monday. The 55-year-old former boxing champion appeared before Magistrate Michel Matthias, where he admitted to being in possession of 265 grams of marijuana. Eastman was arrested by police on Pitt Street, New Amsterdam, last Friday after officers reportedly discovered the prohibited substance in his possession. 2 other individuals believed to be connected to the matter were subsequently apprehended by law enforcement officers. The trio was charged with possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking, contrary to the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Act. During court proceedings, Eastman's personal information revealed that he is currently unemployed and does not have a fixed place of residence. In handing down her ruling, Magistrate Matthias ordered that Eastman serve 4 years in prison and also pay a fine equivalent to 3 times the market value of the 265 grams of cannabis seized. The magistrate noted that Eastman is not a first-time offender, highlighting that he had previously appeared before the court on a similar drug-related matter. Taking his prior conviction into consideration, the court imposed the 48-month custodial sentence. Eastman, once a prominent figure in the boxing world and widely known by his ring name, the Battersea Bomber, now faces a lengthy prison term following the conviction. Police investigations into the matter have since been completed.